Just go for it. Just go for it. Just go for it. Just go for it, guys. Look, you want to make money. I want to make money. We all want to make stacks so we can just have a low key life and make the decisions on our own accord. Today, I want to discuss with you guys big time. I just realized I was just staring into you like a perv. Okay, so basically, big time founders is one of, if not the best investment you can make right now. Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy in a hoodie that you could be mistaken me for being homeless. But look, anything to do with finance, always do your due diligence. But these kind of things, just from my opinion, when you look at all these things together, it's a no-brainer. And people are always saying, "What's the next big thing? What's the next, 100x? What's the next 1000x?" In my humble, humble opinion, is this big time founders. Now, I'm going to give you my reasons for that and why I believe this can achieve that kind of return and how long it will take, and you know the whole sketch basically, because I just want to make videos on YouTube so I can help people learn how to make good investment decisions without being held accountable, because I'm not a financial advisor. But look, I just want to share my opinions so you guys can make some crazy returns. I can make crazy returns because the game is big for all of us. Like, if I make money, it doesn't limit you making money, right? There's so much volume in this game, there's so much potential. When I say game, I'm talking about blockchain, crypto, in general. You know, I'm just one guy. If I make a couple million in this, there's no reason why you can't. So, enough of the rant. Let me get into this. Now, this game, Big Time Founders, it's an cross section, or it's a part of the whole. If you look, if you see, if you, okay, I'm just stuttering too much. If you look at the big picture, right? Blockchain, crypto's the main technology, right? That's worth nearly 3 trillion. Okay, now it if you invest in crypto, just into these, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these top coins, top crypto coins, am I saying you're not gonna make 10x? Maybe not. Maybe I'm not really saying that. But am I saying that the potential of growth is going to be lower than, for instance, the gaming market? Yes. You have to understand, going from 3 trillion to 30 trillion is what it will take to do 10x in Bitcoin and all these. Now, can Bitcoin do that? Yes, it can. But you have to understand, going from 3 to 30 trillion is not a joke. It requires much more than your dad saying Bitcoin is the next big thing, or my dad saying that. Um, it requires fundamental. It requires fundamentally huge changes, or huge changes in the structure, or adaptation by the huge institutional investors, by the governments, corporations. Then, of course, that will give it that's the kind of mechanism that's going to push Bitcoin to those, crazy levels of like 500,000. But until mass adoption don't happen, don't expect the market to go from 3 trillion to like 30 trillion. It's just not going to happen. People, they just buy things when it's at all-time highs, because they think, uh, FOMO. They believe they're gonna miss out, and they just want to like jump onto the bandwagon because the next door neighbor's got, X amount of Bitcoin, or your family members have got Bitcoin, and you feel like if they make it and I don't, I'm gonna look like a prick, and it makes you into this psychological fear, and you just do things irrationally just to join the herd. But to be honest, if you look through his history, people have, wanted to mine gold, and they just left their jobs and then just ran to, the gold locations or the mining places, and most of them didn't make jack all. They just made jack all because they just were going into this hype. People love to be sheeps, and follow the herd, but that's not how we make money. We are, as a young generation, I think we have the advantage that we understand things better from this context because we've grown up and lived in these things, like around technology. It's normal to us, it's second nature. But I'm not saying that if you're over 50 or 40, you can't make it. But I'm just saying it gets a bit harder for you guys compared to the millennials, because this is like second nature to us. So anyway, enough of that BS. Gaming is a branch of blockchain. The gaming market is around, I think, 30 billion. The figure I've got here is just for play to earn gaming, but that's what I'm talking about today in this video. Now, look, big time founders, just from the outset, if you just read the description, it's got veteran gaming developers. Now, I'm talking OGs, I'm talking bad boys, right? Fortnite developers, Gears of War, Call of Duty, Overwatch, and it's led by the team who was a co-founder of Decentraland. If you don't know what Decentraland is, look at this. This is my thesis. Decentraland is number 2 with a market cap of 6 billion, right? That's probably bigger than so many companies on the S&P 500 who have been trading for hundreds of years. It's at 6 billion market cap, right? The guy who co-founded this is leading the team for big founders, which means he knows what to do with, you know, blockchain gaming. But he's trying to make Decentraland is like a okay game, but it's not a, like it says on here. Um, Big Time is one of the first. Sorry, there is one of our first AAA title. You know, it's built on, I believe, the Unreal Engine. If the game is addictive and people love to play the game, what do you think is going to happen to the retention rate? That game's going to have a really high retention rate, meaning players are just going to join, and stay long on that game. They're not just going to play for 1 week and then just disappear. Poof. If they can play that game, connect with their mates all around, the world or wherever they live, and it becomes like a society, a community where they hang out, where they chill, where they compete, where they, have fun. But the final layer that we're adding on top of this is the ability to actually own NFTs within the game. Now you're gonna say, what's the biggie of this? Imagine you can chill in the game. It's addictive. You can play with your friends. You can hang out with them. You get all this laugh. But on top of that, and you compete. On top of that, when you play the game, you acquire NFTs. All right, so you acquire a special gem. One of your friends acquires something. All these NFTs hold a value because you are the owner of it. NFTs allow digital ownership, so you actually own the item. If you log out, log back in after 5 years, the item is in your possession. Now, you can sell that NFT on the Big Time. If you read the article on the medium.com, Big Time are actually creating a marketplace where you can actually sell and buy NFTs. And it says here, trade that limited edition mask for a fresh pair of boots. Like, you can swap your item with, say, someone in Mexico who's got something that you want. You can do a swap, or even for some cash. Now think about this. This is not just the reason why you should buy Big Time Founders, the game, but why I believe gaming, play to earn gaming, is going to expand and just dominate the market, is because of the play to earn model. People will make money playing a game. Like, people will make money playing a game. It will, and if it replaces the income from their job, they're going to transition over to this new kind of world where they are playing online, living online, chilling in a metaverse, all these things together, it's going to be huge. Now, for big time, the fact that it's got its own marketplace where you can buy and sell NFTs makes it easy for people. You got to understand, most people that play these games are not tech savvy. The fact that it accepts debit and credit cards, wire transfers, Ethereum, Bitcoin, it's got more payment methods allowed. You don't. Some people don't understand how to send money through MetaMask and you know paying in blockchain technology. So they accept debit and credit card. On top of that, about safety, say you've got $100,000 worth of NFT in this game, you're probably going to say, what if I get hacked? What if my password gets lost? I was reading here that the actual benefit is that the NFTs are actually held in a vault. So to keep the experience as friendly as possible, our patented vault technology keeps your NFTs safe and in your possession, eliminating lost passwords, wallets, or assets. Players won't have to set up and manage their own crypto wallet or spend on network fees while still enjoying benefits like instant settlement on transactions. It just means you can just keep your stuff in their vault. Your NFTs are safe. You don't need to worry about buying one of these, ledgers for blockchain and keeping your Ethereum in here, because there has been, cases where exchanges like Binance and Coinbase have been hacked. So this actually is like a hardware, wallet. It's a wallet that's offline. It keeps your money safe. But some people don't want to go through this, especially the youngsters who don't have the money or don't really understand this. It's complex. They can keep it in the vault. That's just such a good benefit for playing this game. So the first reason is a AAA title. The second reason is it's been developed by games that we already know of that have done huge returns. Like Fortnite just went crazy. It was one of the first free games that made money not from the first sale but from the in-game items. They've got sick developers. They've got AAA title. Think of it like this: if you're gonna make your own house and you got some builders, you're going to look for credible builders, people that can actually make a house, people that can make that mansion or that swimming pool or that balcony or that nice landscaping in your garden. You're not just going to say to a builder, yeah, what's the price? If you're cheaper, I'll give you the job. You can look at their credibility, you can look at their projects. The same here, these developers are not some jokers, right? They're veteran developers, they know what they're doing, they've worked on these things before. They live and breathe this stuff. So when you integrate these with blockchain, you get steroids. Like, and people are saying, okay, this is all good. How do I get in? If you're a wuss and you want to wait, you can wait until the tokens appear on the market. But these games like Axie Infinity, Decentraland are like 6 billion, 10 billion. I don't see why big time cannot do 10 times this. Like it can be a 50 to 100 billion market cap in its single entirety. It can be worth more than the market cap right now because it's going to be a better game than these. It's going to be so much more valuable. You can try to get it on the secondary market when it comes on here, the tokens. Wait, there might be an initial pump and then a dump. Wait for the dump to happen, kind of stabilize, and then buy low. Don't just buy straight away from the outset. You can wait for it to happen here if you just really want to be risk averse and wait for until everything's happened and then take that kind of step. You could do that. Or if you want to be a bit more sensible or think looking for the better reward, you could buy a pass. Now, these passes have been going up significantly. Literally, the gold VIP pass has doubled since like 2 weeks. Now, these passes will give you early access to the game. Think about it. If you've got early access to the game, it says it here too. Let me just, I want to just show you from here so you don't just believe me. Look, as part of our kickoff, we'll be selling final round of early access passes on our own platform. Yep. Before the sale goes live, you'll be able to access the beta in order to sign up, upload your payment information, and pre-fund your account. Now look, it says here, look, as you journey through the world of big time, you'll collect rare and exotic items from every corner of space and time. NFT technology gives you true ownership of these items. Now, what do you think these people are going to do who have got early access into the game? So gold access, if you got gold access and you're one of the first 1,000 people to play the game, you are just going to be going around and collecting these valuable items that no one has access to yet because you're early in the game. So if you're able to acquire all these gems and emeralds and diamonds and, like, saber swords and all these things, and then once the game comes gets flooded with millions of players, what do you think is going to happen to those things that you hold? Yes, some of those things you hold might be shitty, but some of those things might be extremely rare, and you will find out the real intrinsic value for those items when it pops on the marketplace. The big time marketplace gets opened and people start listing those items, and you say, hang on, I've got this in my inventory. Whoa, that's worth 5 ETH, that's worth 10 ETH. Like, imagine you've got some stuff, you paid 1.5 ETH for this pass, right? You got into the game. I Either you sold the pass straight away, like, just like a month before the game, you probably can sell it for like 5 ETH. So you just made 4 ETH, probably at $20,000, and got out. Or you kept it, you bought it for 1.5 ETH, you got into the game, you start collecting things. It says collect, right? So it doesn't. When I read the word collect, that tells me it's gonna be free. Like, you're gonna play the game and collect them. You're not gonna be paying money to collect it, if that makes sense. It's going to be about first come first serve basis. So you collect all these items, and because you're one of the first people that play in the game, so common sense, you're going to be able to capitalize first. You collect all these items, um, and once the game's launched, after, like, say, 3 months, a lot of people come in. You put them on for sale, and they're probably worth like 20 ETH. Like 20 ETH right now is like 70-80 thousand dollars, and this game is going to be launched next year. So if ETH doubles by then, triples by then, which I don't see why it can't, you might be sitting on $200,000 plus, 6 figures minimum. That's just with like 1.5 ETH investment. These things can happen. I'm not, guaranteeing this. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't see the future. I'm not a bloody wizard, but it can happen. I've just explained to you in the most layman terms possible. I like to keep things simple. I like to, some people try to make it so complex and, like, oh, if you do this, that, the other, and only some people are entitled to this. I'm keeping it so simple. I'm just going through things that anyone can see on the public domain and put them together. Like, it's most of the times people don't make money because they just procrastinate. They don't take action. Literally, I've told you everything about this game that you need to know to take a step. Now, look, the better part is you don't need 1.5 ETH. Look, if you're not so rich and you haven't got much money lying around, you can get Jade Pass for like $500. Now, I'm pretty sure anyone watching this video has access to $500. Like, they can do a job, save that money, and get a Jade Pass. Like, the Jade Pass allows you to, it allows access for the next 8,000 players. And it says here, look, guaranteed early access to the game. This in turn gives players a head start in accessing game content where limited edition cosmetic and decorative items can be found. It's literally, you're playing hide and seek and you're able to hide first or seek first. If you're able to seek first, most likely you're going to find some stuff. So it's a really good investment, um, from my own opinion. But do your own opinion. There's so many other games coming out there, but this one I believe can do 100x. Just the items in the game, and on top, the tokens of the game, they're going to be crazy. So yeah, if you like these kind of videos, just hit the subscribe button. I'll try to make a video every single day, if not every other day. But I made this YouTube channel just because I've got time in my life now. I'm at a point where I have some free time. I want to share kind of my insights into how I analyze things, how I see, finance in the new world. I used to see finance from the old traditional aspect, but I believe in the new world things are changing, and as sensible entrepreneurs, we should adapt. And gaming is something that I grew up with, so it's just like putting them two together is second nature to me. So yeah, um, hope you like this, and see you next time, guys. Peace.